A few days ago, Elgato Gaming posted a GIF of my B-roll from the HD60S review video that I produced, which you can see up in this corner here, and that tweet exploded and got a ton of positive feedback about how great the B-roll looked. I made a joking tweet after that saying that I should make a video about how I make my B-roll, and that's what we're doing today. So without further ado, let's cut right to the chase. Here are the ways and methods that I use to create the most efficient B-roll. There are a lot of products and techniques that you can use to really improve your B-roll and really improve the production value of whatever video you're producing tenfold. One of which is the cheap slider. This thing was like 40 bucks on Amazon. All of the links to these products, by the way, will be down in the description. It slides. I took off, there was a little bubble level here. I just used a metal pick, got that crap out of there. I can completely rotate my camera on it because it kind of stuck out a little bit. It wasn't fully, embossed into the piece. It's got a really nice grip rubber base. You can tighten these if you want to make it a slow, smooth glide, or completely loosen up if you want to go crazy with it. You can take the sides off. You can sit it on objects, tilt it, rotate it. It has little rubber stoppers if you need a beginning point and an end point. This thing is bread, butter, and the cinnamon that goes on a perfect piece of cinnamon toast in the morning. The next device that I find very useful is, well, I don't know what this is called, but basically you can tilt, pan. If you need to get an overhead shot, you can use this for an overhead shot. It's obviously not how I get my overhead shots in most cases, but it can be used to get some really good angles and verticals, and you can use it, not tighten it all the way, and kind of get a little bit of a pan or a tilt. It's pretty versatile. It's a nice piece to have because you never know when you're going to need to have that shot that you just need to find that secondary angle for. The most important part that I would argue about B-roll is keeping your space clean, keeping all of your products clean. In between every shot, I will either wipe off or use this little air blower to blow off all of the dust so that every shot starts with a clean surface, a clean product, and I've even gotten comments recently about how much of a difference that really makes in how people perceive the video. One thing that is vitally important to getting really good B-roll is keeping the scene relevant. The one thing that I feel like I did very well for the Elgato captures is I kept everything in the shot relevant to the game capture hardware that it can do PlayStation, it can do Xbox. I threw in the Super Mario Odyssey case because it can do Nintendo Switch. Everything that was in those shots is relevant to the product. So here, this shot, as you can see as it's composed, it has the GFUEL Premium Pack Box. It has a PlayStation controller because GFUEL is fuel for gamers, so this is a gaming related thing. I've got their hat for the other shots. I've used my headphones. Anything that is in my B-roll is going to be relevant to the product or scene at hand, and I think that that is one key piece that not enough people do when they shoot their B-roll, is that everything has to be relevant to the shot, because then there's no question as somebody walking into the video as a newcomer or from a new standpoint that maybe hasn't seen the GFUEL or hasn't seen the Elgato product, everything then in that scene is related to the product, so there's never a question as to what it's about, what it can do, or how you can use it for yourself. One tip to get really effective B-roll is to start the focus on the subject before you even make any movements. So your focus point is already on the subject. You don't have to come into it, stop at the right time, or get this awkward little bumping jut when you finally reach the end point of the slider. If you set your focus point right away before you take the shot, you can just slide your camera away. It looks like you're, playing with the focus ring. It looks like you're moving the subject back in a great way, and you can reverse the clip if you'd rather it look like you're zooming into focus, and nobody will ever know the difference. One vital key to great B-roll is having a good mix between motion shots and shots that don't have any motion or are basically just focus shots. You want to incorporate different kinds of shots so that you can show the key parts of the product, explain everything that this product can do within your shots, but creating a different sense of movement within how the viewer's eyes will incorporate from one shot to the next. In my Elgato review, for example, I had a shot zooming out with it showing one side of the Elgato device having the input, and then I had a cross dissolve into coming back in and focusing in on the subject with it on the other side, flipping the device around, showing the output of the device. And having that, I think, really excelled how that B-roll was received, because you were able to see different sides of the product you wouldn't normally be able to see. So thank you all for watching. If you learned some new techniques on how to shoot great B-roll, please feel free to hit that like button. I would love to see some B-roll that you capture for your own videos or whatever it is that you're using. I'm using all of this footage for just an ad spot for the GFUEL Premium Pack that I'll use either on Twitter or my own YouTube videos. So the purpose that you can use great B-roll for really varies and really expands depending upon your own creativity ability. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, I will see you on the internet.